It is like 30% of the time is spent on mobiles. It's called GAFA because they spent on Google, Facebook, Amazon, WhatsApp, everything. So even they are sitting in front of us also, but their mind will be going on something else. So it's very difficult. Their attention is very much fragmented. That is one of the major reason is that one. But they are mostly driven towards the technology part. Any new technology gets in, they are really adapters for the technology. Anything, you name any new technology, they immediately adapt the technology also. When we travel with them, we should be like a coach for them actually. We should not be like a teacher or the trainer or the manager. We have to be like a coach for them. We have to slowly be a coach. And please understand that in every employee, there is a set of skills is there. What we do that, we leverage that skill and we try to finish that task. But in terms of the millennials, we have to see their growth potential because most of the millennials don't want to stick on to one company for a long stint. May not be there more than 5 years. They always look out for a higher growth or new industry or whichever is that they want to switch over. So to those people, we need to understand their growth potential, the areas where they are strong. Apart from being the manager, we have to act like a coach. Suppose, for example, to be a millennial who is very strong in that particular area, who is strength in that, it's called a technology adaptability. There are some youngsters who are very quickly able to adapt to technologies. So we need to encourage them to be adaptable to new situations, new circumstances. So that is the only thing. The second one part is that to change them into fit into the work culture is another tough task. To bring in those people to work culture is very tough stuff because basically we are not the cultural anthropologist. We are not cultural anthropologists, so we can't get into the culture. So for example, we have been brought up in the value-based system, lifestyle in our house, as well as when we were studying in the colleges or these things, we have been brought up in an ethical way or a value system or something like that. But these students, we cannot impose them on values and ethics. They will not listen to us. So if you restrict our focus only on their performance, they will oblige on that. But one thing is that they are very aggressive people and their attention is very much fragmented. So we need to pay attention. We need to slowly, and the more we have tried to avoid on the personal front. This is my view on this. We have to become a coach.
Super, sir. Super, sir. Okay, team.
Thank you so much.
Team, it is already 12 o'clock. Now, the formal welcome will be done by ma'am. Ma'am, please welcome our sir, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Gayatri from EMOCare.
Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, team of EMOCare. I would like to welcome you all to the Leadership Qualities and Sales Training. We have our senior corporate trainer, Mr. Krishnan. He is vociferous leader and trainer. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation for a talk of leadership qualities and sales training. On behalf of EMOCare, we welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, the stage is yours, sir. Team, the stage is now, sir. Sir, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, please, sir. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. See, normally leadership is from the theory is different, from reality is very different. I closely follow one leader from India. One leader is Abdul Kalam. I closely follow, and Tamil Nadu we have one person called Chief Minister was a Kamaraj. They never had any ego or something, any status quo, something like that. See, let us go one by one. What John Maxwell, am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello?
So, yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, yes.
See, what John Maxwell is talking
Yeah.
is about 5 levels of leadership he's talking. One is that the position is what others are offering to us. But leadership is, to my understanding, is a birthright. Everyone is a leader. For example, you take in Chennai, there was a tsunami in 2004. Many people were there in that Marina Beach, removing the bodies and addressing the public and helping foods and everything. On that situation, every human was a leader there only. Its leadership is involved, and there is no criteria that this person has to be a leader or this person has to be a leader. A leader, because normally a good leader is the one who never works for the title, right? What John Maxwell is suggesting is that when we join a company is offering us a position, right? You are a CEO of the company or a GM or MD or something like that. So company is offering you a position. The second one is that they are also giving you a set of people. And with the people you are, the third one is the performance. You are producing something. And if you meet the target, your team and your performance is well appreciated. If you don't meet the target, the management will blame you also. That time you start looking at the personal traits of the every individual in the team, where they are weak, where they need to be improved, what kind of training has to be given, everything. So you are getting the personal side of the team. Then once you give them the train, once you fit them to achieve the task, then it becomes a holistic team and the team is performing. So then the personal, it's come personal. Fifth stage only, the team member is following the leader. The team member follows the leader when he achieves something to according to his satisfaction. So it is not the position which impresses the followers. It is the achievement of the followers only which motivates the team member to follow the team leader. So position is what others are offering. Leadership is a birthright. This is my personal belief on leadership. Anybody can be leader and anybody will be leader. The only transition what is happening here. Basic quality, I'm dividing here leadership as a two segment. One is on the personal leadership level. The other one is the professional leadership level. Two levels that we are discussing here. What is personal leadership? How do you rate the personal leadership? Normally there are so many criteria there, which the leadership, everyone has a different definition also. But to my understanding, a good leader, he should have the emotional stability. He should have the emotional stability, which means that he should know how to handle his emotions as well as he should know how to handle his. The leader plays a very big role in handling his emotional stability, not only for him as well as the team member, because it is with the people who are traveling is very, very important. See, as long as you are a salesman in a company, you will be working on the territory. So your job is restricted. You'll be working in a territory and you will be working with the client or something like that. The moment you migrated to the sales manager, then you have to develop the people. You have to work on the people only. So people development is so that we have to take the leadership as a trait in us, and we have to work closely with the people. So second one for the good, first one is emotional stability. Second one is that a good leader is always open for ideas. He must be willing to take a lot of ideas. For example, you take Infosys follows 30:30, which means that during their team meeting, 30% of the participant will be less than 30 years of age. That means what? Why a company needs freshers? Because freshers can give a fresh ideas. Or a leader of the department, we need to leverage the ideas from the youngsters also. So that means we need to be open for new ideas. We need to be fresh for look into all these aspects. So we need to be open-minded. And third one is that
excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, sir. 1 minute, sir. Team, please unmute your calls. Please unmute your calls so that there are Newton ma'am, Pragati ma'am, and Victoria ma'am. I unmute everyone. Okay. Yeah. Sir, yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir. Team,
Yeah.
please unmute your call so that we will be able to listen to sir without any interruption. Whenever sir asks any question, we can unmute your calls. Now, please mute your calls. Yeah. Sir, okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. That is one. See, the very important thing for a leader is he should be a never give up. He should be conscientious actually. That means whatever things that he has in pipeline, he has to achieve it. Do or die or not, he should never be a giver, actually. He always on these things to achieve a lot of things. He should be very much goal focused or objective oriented. And the basic quality of a leader is that he should be friendly with everyone. He should create conversation with anybody instantly. He should not be hesitating. He should not be waiting for others' approval or something like that. He should go all out and should be more of extrovert. Leadership is the one which is basically a kind of, working with the changes, actually. It is not like working with the stability, this one. You have to constantly moving with the changes. So accepting the changes is what is the first criteria for a leader. What Jack Welch is suggesting is that before becoming a leader, you see a growth in yourself. Once you become a leader, you see a growth in others. This is what Jack Welch is suggesting that. So the moment we become a leader, we see a growth in others, which is very, very important. How do we see the growth? Because we have to see the growth potential of every human being. This is very, very important, because we have been, as a leader, normally what we do that, we go by the screening their resume or certificate, everything. But it talks on the academic perspective of the individual. But how do we assess the growth potential of the individual, which is really a tough task. So we need to see that whatever the qualification, what are the skills that he is having, how it is applied in the industry, and how the industry is getting updated. So the leader has to be always knowledge of personal strength. Why we have to become a leader? Somebody might ask you also. See, when Stephen Covey is telling that when we join a company, we are dependent. We are dependent on some work. We are dependent on somebody, and that person will be guiding us. Once we start performing well after a couple of years, we become independent in our work also. We have been consistently performing our work without any intervention also. Then after some time, after seeing our performance very satisfied, to put us a team leader or something like that. When we become a team leader, we become interdependent. Interdependent is the one which is leader. Our leader success depends on the contribution from the team member. Shiv Khera used to suggest that a kite is flying high because of the thread. The same kite is flying down because of the thread only. A leader's success is purely based on this team performance only. So he should not be doing all the work. He has to give it to the people, and he has to grow the team. That should be his preference. So before he was developing himself, he was growing himself. Once he became a leader, he has to focus on how to develop his team member, team performance, everything. So he should work as a team only. This is on this one. What normally is happening in the professional side. So this is on the personal side. Professional side, we have to see the leaders, this one. What is happening in the industry? Industry is facing a lot of changes. Earlier, IT industry, if you consistently watch, it used to take disruption once in 5 years. Once in 5 years, but now once in a year it is happening. Disruption is happening once in a year. So it's very difficult to accommodate to the changing speed at which the industries are traveling. So here the leadership tussle is very much difficult, actually. So shifting the changing scenarios in the business is very, very important to push the leader to update himself. So the first quality in a profession is knowledge update. What Scott Cook is talking is that Scott Cook was the CEO of Intuit Software. He's suggesting 4 qualities for a leader. One is the learning ability. A leader should have a constant learning ability. He must be consistently updating himself. Whatever is happening, either from his business perspective or from his client perspective or overall global perspective, he should be constantly updating himself. Knowledge update is very, very important for a leader. The second one, he should have the humility. He always should feel that his feet on the ground. He should be like Abdul Kalam. When he launched the Agni missile, he never took it in his head. After a couple of months, he started focusing on the next project. So humility is placing a very big role for a CEO or a leader. The third one is getting things done. How to get things done, how to get the work done from others is an art. This is where the leadership plays a very big role. The fourth one, what he's suggesting is caring. You should be very caring towards your employee. What is that? Now caring going to play the very big role in this COVID transition. You might be seeing that caring is the best thing to be a CEO, because people work for people. It is not that money. Not every people will be caring to one. I've seen a lot of CEOs are working on very closely with their employees, not to send them out. Caring is going to be a future for this current scenario also. This is the professional one, and we need to understand the market also. Market, if you observe the market, if you are any business, there are so many players into the market, so many products. For example, you take the competition you are facing from your regional competitors, you will be having national players, you will be having a global player also. So competition is very tough. There are many players and there are so many products. For example, if we are supplying one particular type of product, there are so many alternatives available and a highly branded product is there in the market also. So it's very difficult to predict why my customer is moving to competition. It has happened to Walmart also. Sam Walton is saying that it is very difficult to predict. So when we are moving as a leader in a corporate, it's a different perspective. Personal leadership where we need to be very friendly, we need to be this one, very all this thing. But corporate, we have to be constantly observing what is happening in the market, and we need to develop the strategic thinking. Strategic growth. The reason strategic I'm telling you is very that because if you take there is a pen called a cross pens, AT cross pens. There are the three types of buyer segment is there. For example, one type of buyer who buys a pen and use it for themselves. The second type of buyer who buys a pen and they give it as a compliment to somebody. This is the second one. The third type of buyers is the one who buys this pen and in a bulk. It's a company, the institutional gift it's called. They buy it as a corporate order. They buy in a bulk and they put their company's logo and they give it to their customers, vendors, everybody. So there are three segments of customer. Product is the same, only the pen is the product is the same only. But demand for each section is definitely varying. The channels which is distributing for each section is also varying. The pricing, economics, everything is varying. The customer buying behavior, everything is varying. Suppose we are selling a product where the different market segment is there. Then we need our strategy has to vary to each type of customer. So being a leader, we will develop the strategic thinking. How is the buying pattern is happening? Because there is always a demand changing in demand. For example, in 2000, that was newspaper was well read by everyone. Now later they moved on to television. Now they moved on to digital also. Like you take Patanjali versus Colgate also. Colgate was well dominating 6,000 crores market. They were having around 5,500 crores market share. But Patanjali, once they came in with the Dantakanti toothpaste, Colgate share has come down to 4,500 crores only. Colgate was stunned. So that has pushed Colgate to launch the innovation is Ayurvedic toothpaste from Colgate also. And the sudden emerge of the Patanjali has also shown growth of the Dabur red toothpaste also. Even KP and number 3. So many. There is a move swinging moves towards the Ayurvedam also. You take any chemical soap nowadays, always claiming that it is neem, it is all these things. So we have to understand the market also. So I'm a leader. Because the leader is the one. You have to handle the domain aspects of the different departments of the company. Leader is not strong in his subjects or his phone. He has to handle the different domain experts. This is where the shift has happened. I'm a highly qualified graduate in finance. I'm very strong in marketing, everything. But once you become the corporate leader of the company, you need to have well-versed idea, versatility across all the departments. That is where the shift has to happen. Because to that happen, you need to understand what is happening in the market and what kind of transition is happening, how the technology is driving. For example, you take manufacturing, and now industry 4.2 is likely to come. So being a leader, we must know what is happening in the industry. This is what is the second one is that what is the thing that leader is always depending on the team and his communication. We'll go one by one. What kind of team that he has to develop? Even before starting also somebody was asking me that how to handle the millennials. Don't worry about the millennials because you cannot do that. 12 plus 4, that is 16 years of education, he has been brought up in that. So the value system is down now. But what will drive him is the technology is driving. Suppose we have more knowledge than the juniors, because this is where the difference comes. Please ascertain that the growth potential of everyone. Team member, how do you handle the team member? I tell you in 1992, there is a conference happening where hundreds of engineers have participated. It was happened in Silicon Valley. One of the newspaper people have asked a question to all the engineers, how many of you want to be an entrepreneur? Out of 3 out of 4 people, almost 99% said that, yes, I want to become entrepreneur. Even that occasion only Oracle companies were formed. They all have came out because of on that occasion only. The venture capitalist, at that time it was a doer, was telling that we have a technology, we have a money, we have a capitalist, we have everything. But what we lack is team. The capitalist, these venture capitalists, VC people who are investing on the company, Always look at the ideas. They have fantastic ideas. All the companies will have wonderful ideas. The presentation skills, everything is smart. But do they have a right team to execute the project? This was the agenda begin this very big role. The company, even outside an investor, will always look at the kind of team that you are working. Jim Collins used to say that it is not the bus in which we are traveling, it is with whom we are traveling is very, very important. So team plays a very big role in any of the corporate. So how do we develop the team? So team means what? I mean, team will have a lot of this. No, mostly we have a problem that why the team member is not talking and why, what is the reason, all these things. We have a lot of the reasons the team member. But how do you make the team member to speak out is really a skill of a leader. Team member, we must give them, because he understand, team member also has got a life ambitions. Before joining the company, everyone will ask the candidate that where do you see yourself after 5 years? But the day when he joined the company, nobody is asking. No, none of the manager will ask him. Or none of the manager will sit with him to work this career map. I worked with a lot of clients also. They're not bothered about the employees' future also. So you want to be a leader, you need to work on the growth potential of the employees. Because, for example, if you work on the outdated technology, for example, I worked with the, for example, if I was working with the iron pipes, suddenly the technology got outdated and people have moved towards the PVC pipe. What kind of transition that I should go? It is individually I'm pushing myself, right? If my manager was efficient in guiding me on my future, definitely I love to work with him also. Employee will always work with the manager who grows him. Actually, who make him to grow in his life. This is very, very important on this one. So what is that thing is having? He should have the team members should have the problem solving skill. Most of the educated academic is not getting on the problem solving skills. I've seen a lot of people, for example, if I'm familiar with the Tally software, I join a company which is working in SAP. Then I get a cultural shock. Oh, what is it? It runs in a new technology. So for example, if I work with the CNC machines, if I join a company which works on laser machines, then I get a cultural shock because I'm not able to the new technology. There the leader is playing a very big role. He should be like a sponsor to push him, right? There are people who work with a lack of faith. That time you have to be like a coach. There are people who work with a lack of ability. That time we have to work as a teacher also. There are people who are lacking with, who have the identity problem. They always have the feeling, I belong to this family, that my background is, I'm not English savvy, I belong to Tamil medium or Hindi medium and all. That time the leader has to become a sponsor. He has, don't worry, I was also like that initially, and slowly I developed that. You should be like a sponsor. So being a manager, we have to migrate to the coach. See, please understand that Simon Sinek is pointing out, a manager is the one who takes other sacrifice for his gain. Manager is the one who takes other sacrifice for his gain. But the leader is the one who sacrifices himself for others' gain. It's a huge transition. So to be a leader, we need to develop this shared leadership. You take what is happening in India and Tamil Nadu or everywhere also, people are working. That's the success of this anti-COVID testing issue. So leadership is very big role. So being a team leader, you have to, because what is happening here, now apart from the college education, every candidate is learning a lot of things through Google also. You can talk to anybody, a lot of people are learning through Google and everything. So you must understand that. So companies are looking for a talent acquisition, not a mere recruitment. So how do we position ourselves is very important here also. See, please understand, now the communication part also. See, we have to understand, being a leader, we should know how to make use of the people at the micro level, as well as, because see, two things which is driving the employees, one is the motivation and another one is the experience. So you will gauge on his motivation level and his experience. So micro level job, what you can give it him, and there are people who are self-driven. You can give them the macro level job, and there are people who are efficient. You can delegate them, then you can make them to lead also. Then moving on to communication. Communication plays a very big role, because most of the time you have heard of more of communication also. Communication, the best one is that whatever I communicate to my team member, how is he perceiving, reacting? Is he putting it into practice? Simple. This is what a real challenge. I may be, my oratorial skill is good, my articulation method, this one, my body language, everything is good. But I'm reaching to my subordinates is very really a challenging one. Everyone communicates, few connect. In this world, everyone communicates. Only the few people who are able to connect with the audience. This is where the real challenge is. So being a leader of this one, we must be able to connect. It is not that the voice, these things plays a very big role, but how do we connect is very important. We have people. What when we conduct a team meeting or something, we have to say, we have to put, it is for them only. What are the new projects we are doing? What are the things we have to make them, we have to explain the people how it is going to help them also. How it is going to transform the career and how it is, we have to make them to understand that our initiative is for their betterment. That is where the difference is. And each person varies also. For example, I tell you, when we conduct a formal meeting in a company, suppose I have with me, only 5 to 6 people were strong and able to understanding the instructions and follow the work also. And if I could do them to the teacher of nearby, give them the informal speech. Every human will have this problem. For in a formal training, their learning will not be so high also. But those same people will learn more in the informal platform. If you take them to teach casual conversation, they listen to a lot of things. In a group, they may not be willing to learn. So in an informal group, they will be willing also. We need to identify what kind of techniques will suit them also. Because at the end of the day, we want them to do the work. It is not that the methodology is important. So in the end of the day, how they are perceiving, how they are talking to them is very important here. The second one is that it's all about them. See, please understand that communication plays a very this one. So how you are helping them? 85% of the successful entrepreneur, they're successful because of communication only. 15% only is the technology factor, which is what Dale Carnegie is also suggesting. We have to work on that because normally what we think is important and same thing we are communicating is important. But how the person is receiving is important. So everyone communicates and few connect. Yeah.
So thank you very much, sir. Sir, yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, only 1 minute more. Actually, we will have one more day, sir. Sir, it was very nice. It was very nice. Particularly today, I'm able to understand various concepts about the professional level and the personal level. We have our Shibani Shachdev ma'am from Art of Living. Ma'am, 2 minutes more. If you want to communicate something, you can just tell the team, ma'am.
So this is thank you Shiva Kumar ji and Krishnan ji on everything that the trainer has spoken about. Leadership is all dependent on how your brain, heart and your gut. There are 3 brains. The Art of Living through its students organization is making available a workshop for all trainers and students through breathing techniques and mindfulness meditations. How do we come in rhythm internally, become very peaceful, and then from within a lot of ideas come out and we can very confidently deliver those ideas and attract around us a life we want. So if you would, this is a 4-day program, 2 hours a day, and millions of people are learning these techniques, Sudarshan Kriya, around the world. So if you would like to learn this, please get in touch with Shiva Kumar ji. I myself practice this technique every day for the last 12 years, and it has made a profound impact on my life. It doesn't matter which religion you are from. This is spreading far and wide all over the world. And especially in the Corona times, these breathing techniques are huge stress busters and improve our immunity considerably. That's all, Shiva Kumar.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, Shiva, 2 words about Krishnan sir. Krishnan sir is a very famous and senior most trainer. Actually, I should say he is my guru. Whenever any training happens, I used to call Krishnan sir and discuss. Recently, I had a training program on sales. Every training I used to call him and he gave a very nice, actually there is a technique called spin in sales. So I referred around 100 books and I was not able to understand the aspects. I called sir and I discussed only for 5 minutes, and he has given me such a clarity about the topic. So every training program I used to get in with Narayana, our Krishnan sir. So thank you, Krishnan sir. Today it is a very wonderful day, and definitely I will arrange one more day actually, because 10 minutes before I have logged in, the 10 minutes period has reduced. I'm very sorry for that. So we will have one more day, sir. Team, definitely you will be very happy with the presentation. You learned something. And about Shivani Sachidev ma'am, she is also coming from a strong corporate background with world leaders in data warehousing and data mining and advertising. And she declined a post with Microsoft, and she is continuing in Art of Living. And she is a national level sailor and a craniosacral therapist. Ma'am, what is that, a craniosacral therapist, ma'am?
In the brain, there is a cerebral spinal fluid.
Okay, ma'am.
When we use this therapy and do these breathing techniques, the cerebrospinal fluid moves and ignites various parts of our brain.
Okay, ma'am.
And a superhero and an expert in anything we wish to be.
Yeah,
So
thank you
I
very
have
much, ma'am.
benefited a lot, and I hope all these people join on 28th.
Yes, ma'am.
Especially Krishnan ji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Team, we have one more minute, I think. If you want to ask any question to Krishnan sir, team can ask. And team, definitely I will arrange one more session with Krishnan sir. Today I learned so many things. Anyone who wants to ask any question to Krishnan sir, you can ask. We have 1 minute. Anyone from the team member, anything, if you want to ask Krishnan sir, you can ask.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Krishnan sir. It was a wonderful session. Thank you,
Chris.
Shivkumar sir, for organizing this.
Nandini ma'am, thank you very much, ma'am. And you have actually started the session with a very nice question. Okay, that is what ignited the whole session. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Krishnan sir. Thank you very much,
you so much,
Shivani ma'am. I thank every one of you from the bottom of my heart for